Welcome to The Blockchain Lawyer, a podcast on technology and law. Dennis Hilleman is an accomplished lawyer with over 13 years of experience and a passion for creating a better future through blockchain technology, cryptocurrency, and other disruptive innovations. All statements expressed in this podcast are the opinions of the host and his guests only and are in no way legal or financial advice. And now, here is your host, Dennis.
Hi, welcome to the new episode of A Blockchain Lawyer. My name is Dennis Hilleman, and I'm happy to have a real cool guest from Hamburg here today. Ferhat Ziba has joined me, and he's launching a new exchange platform, Meduse Technologies, that he will tell us about, and he will also share how he did that, how he got the license in Euro. Ferhat, happy you're here.
Thank you for having me. Yes, I'm Ferhat Ziba, and I'm actually a software developer.
Yeah.
I came from the IT industry. I was I was Java engineer, and then in 2011-12, I heard the first time of Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then I was in the beginning a fan. Like I say, I didn't expect about business, and I liked the technology, I liked the idea behind that. And then in 2030, I was more involved in this area, and then I started to trade.
Okay.
Like not trading on exchanges, like I buy and sell Bitcoin face to face to people.
Really?
Yes. This was in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it was fun, nice, and and I did it with my brother together.
Yeah.
A couple of years, and then we needed to stop because in that time in the beginning, nobody expected to have any money for Bitcoins.
Yeah.
And now when you say too much, that now when you do nowadays, then it's like money laundering when you do it.
Exactly.
Yes, yeah. and that's why we stopped, and then we think what we do to bring together to make it better, and because we are still fans of Bitcoins and cryptocurrency, and that's why we have created our software company in Turkey and in Estonia. Sorry,
Estonia?
Estland is a German word.
Exactly.
Yes, and Estonia, and for the license. And the Turkish company is a software department from us. Okay. Because it's cheaper, so it's quite more cheaper than in Germany because of the currency.
I know that. So what's your company called, and what is the product that you will offer? What is the specialty about it?
Yes, the company is in Estonia is Meduse Technology. Mm-hmm. And it's our product is Meduse. It's an exchanger and launchpad.
Okay.
And the benefit, when you look in the exchanger areas, there are only two kinds of exchangers. Like they are accepting fiat and cryptocurrency, and only cryptocurrency.
Okay.
So when you look in the only cryptocurrency exchangers, it's harder for new guys to go inside because they have to own first cryptocurrencies.
For example, Kraken, I think, would be.
No, Kraken is one where you have to have a fiat. I think more like Binance.
Binance, yes.
Yes, Binance is like, but they're also changing now. I think they're
Binance Jersey or
yes,
so?
they are changing it. But in the beginning, there were only crypto to crypto exchanges. Yeah. So the only possibility to go in the system was only with cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, and of course that's a hurdle for people.
Yes, for all new guys, and they're interested. It's a hurdle because it's not easy to have a wallet. It's not easy to have to buy Bitcoins actually, and that's in that system it is hard to go in. Then you have the other side where you can buy with fiat, credit cards, and this area. This area is actually nice for the user view, but it's a hard hurting point for people like me who wants to offer the service, because you have to talk with many banks, and then you have problem with people who doing not nice things.
Yeah.
Like I said, fraud, and
Yes.
and then you have this are kind of pain points, and that's what we are thinking of. We had an idea, and that we are creating a peer-to-peer exchange.
Yeah.
That means people can exchange with other people directly.
Okay.
That's our entry point in our system. And then we want to offer in our platform an exchanger, and we have a launchpad. Like the exchange is only crypto to cryptocurrency,
Yes.
and the peer-to-peer exchange is our entry point.
So I understand it correctly. If I want to join your platform and I only got fiat money, I go to the peer-to-peer network first. And then, for example, somebody sells me Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ripple, or whatever.
Yes.
And then I go and take these cryptocurrencies into your classic exchange platform, classic in the way of how others do it. And there I can change then my Bitcoin against Dash, Monero,
Yes.
whatever.
You can do it like this, or you can use the cryptocurrency to invest in our launchpad.
Okay.
Regarding the peer-to-peer exchange, you have actually two options. You can create an ad to sell your money,
Yeah.
like 4 bitcoins.
Yeah.
You can say, I want to buy this kind of bitcoins, and then then we have a option where you can say from the current price, you can say plus or minus the margin.
Yeah.
Like then you can say if you are really willing to buy bitcoin, then you're paying more.
Yeah.
So that you find people,
Yeah.
or the other way around. The downside of this is that you are offering that you can have multiple people, because you can say I want to have minimum amount of people who buy this amount, and then for example if you say okay, you want to buy 10 bitcoins, and you say at least one guy should be sent 1 bitcoin, so I have in 10 steps.
Yeah. Okay.
So that's the way. Or the other way is you go through and search in our order book, and then like for people who want to sell bitcoins, and then you collect your people and then you're chatting with them, and then you are sending your money from one bank to his bank.
Yeah.
And the only benefit from our side is that we are holding the coins, so no one can create an ad without having the coins.
Okay, very good.
So this is all a security feature, and then we have also KYC procedure in place, so that we are monitoring these guys, because they have a limit of selling and buying bitcoins in our system. So if they wanted more, and they have to KYC themselves, and then we have a gamification system, so to bring people who are good traders in good position, so that we have also community features, so that people can trace. You can rate them, and then you can say, you see okay how many trades he have, and then you can see he has more badges or less badges. So we have a little bit gamification in the profile of the people, so that if you are checking the people's profiles, you can see him, and then you can say, okay, he's a trustworthy person. I can make a trade with him.
That sounds like a really good idea. And how many cryptocurrencies will you have on the exchange then to trade against?
We have in the beginning we have at the moment 3.
Yeah.
It's Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum.
Okay.
Then we will add the first ERC20 token. That is the USDD.
Yeah. Okay.
It's easy because we have one stable coin to have on this platform. Is a good idea.
It's always a good idea, I think.
So that's one we want to start, and then we will add more currencies, like in our launchpad. When people have their project, it's an IEO platform.
Yeah.
So, and then when they put the project online, and then we will offer coins. And these coins will be automatically in our exchange listed. So the first one, what we have, it will be us.
Yeah.
And then a second is Lexit. It's an Estonia company.
Okay.
They make merchant acquisition. There will also be an IO. And that's the 2 companies that in the beginning will start with our platform in the beginning. And then, yes, this is actually the minimum the first functionality what we have on this platform, and then we will later extend. to have more features.
Okay, so and with the peer-to-peer network, you basically solve the problem of not having a bank involved.
Yes,
and make it easier. But of course, you also needed a license for this whole system.
Yes.
So tell us the story about that.
yes. And the thing with the license is when you me and my brother, we are the two guys who's involved in this whole thing. We wanted all the way a system to launch it in Germany.
Yeah.
So and unfortunately, it's maybe possible, but practically it's not possible.
Yeah.
So it's not possible for us because you need a BaFin license, and to get this, it's like to get the Holy Grail. So
yes, just let everybody know, the BaFin is the financial supervisory authority in Germany, and before 2020 especially, it was super strict in Germany, super hard to obtain the license. Now there's new legislation. License getting should be a bit easier, but so far there's quite some doubt in the scene from what I hear, because the new legislation that I already talked about on this podcast didn't actually make things so much easier. Okay, so you guys said, okay, this will not work with a BaFin. What are we gonna do?
Yes, then we looked in different countries where to get. There was two options in the end, Malta and Estonia. With Malta, I have a personal feelings against them. It's not illogical. It's because when I wanted to start a platform with a guy with poker and cryptocurrency, the one of the guy, the government told me at that time, cryptocurrency will never be allowed in Malta, and that's why I will. It's a personal feeling.
Yeah.
So
and now they're running after the companies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And after this time, that's why I choose Estonia.
Yeah.
And the thing with Estonia was, I learned it because I helped one other guy to get the license with Estonia.
Okay.
And it doesn't work, but it helped for me a lot. What the learnings of that.
Okay.
And we've worked first with a consulting agency.
Yeah.
And they were really good. But of the thing what I've learned is actually you don't need them. Okay. The only thing what you needed is maybe a lawyer to prepare the two documents. But
tell us a little. What is Estonia's legislation on cryptocurrencies like, and on cryptocurrency? Enlighten us how it is, because before we go into the procedure.
Okay. There are actually two cryptocurrency licenses in Estonia, and Estonia is actually a country where is from the technology side and from the government support really one of the best countries in Europe.
It's like fully digitized.
Yes, full digitized. I was even wondering myself why we couldn't do this here in Germany.
Yeah, okay.
But actually, it's really good, and actually people are nice.
Yeah.
And it's nice working environment for entrepreneurs.
Okay.
So, and the good thing is with the license, we have two licenses there for cryptocurrency. They had thinking before what can we do and how we can allow it in Estonia. Actually, they are learning. They have also do mistakes and from the government side, but they proceed. And there are actually two licenses. Yeah. One is the exchange license to exchange fiat currency to crypto. Yeah. And then the other is the wallet custody license. Yeah. That means I can hold for another people custody the cryptocurrencies. Yes. And this both license you can actually build an exchanger.
Yes, of course.
So even we didn't change fiat money in the beginning with cryptocurrencies, but we will offer an additional way on our platform to accept also fiat. Yeah. So that's why I said it's later another feature, but then we need this license also. Okay. So and then this is actually the two licenses what you need to start an ICO, to create crypto technology like PixPay, that they are accepting cryptos for your payment in for your invoice payment.
Yes.
So,
and does the company that asks for this license, it has to be situated in Estonia?
yes, it's actually like this. The company needs to be in Estonia.
Yeah.
There are rules where it's possible to have an outside of Estonia.
Yeah.
Actually, there's only one. I don't know which one, but in the reports it was, and actually only one got this that kind of license.
Yeah.
It's actually it's actually easier to have a company there. The second thing is you don't need to be there.
Yeah.
But you need to have a contact person.
Yes.
So then you need an office, a virtual office provider,
Yes, of course.
which provides a contact person.
Yes.
This is fundamental, and but this is actually not a big hurdle. So the bigger hurdle is like to prepare the documents in the beginning, and then you can get your license.
Are the documents offered in English?
Yes.
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 Okay.
Actually everything is in English.
Yes.
There are some cases where when you have to go there in person,
Yeah.
where you need the translation. That was like when you're buying a company
Yeah.
which has a cryptocurrency. It's also an option
Okay.
to buy a company which has a cryptocurrency license, both, and then you can go over. Then you have take over with a notary, and then you have a meeting with the FIU, that's the Financial Intelligence Unit from Estonia.
Okay.
And then you have to talk about your compliance. It's not a KYC process. That's
Yes.
the important thing to know. It's a real compliance check from that you are good to go. They have 13 questions, and then they are asking you. For some people, is this way interesting because they don't have to prepare paperwork. They
Yes.
only go there and then present themselves.
Oh, wow. It's so easy.
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's easy depending from which country you come from.
Okay.
So, like, if you're not from European country, prepare your visa first.
Yes. Okay.
So it's really important. That's why the first attempt from my other friend doesn't work,
Okay.
and I helped them with a consulting agency,
Okay.
and the visa was the biggest problem.
Okay.
And but then then you have your criminal record ready in place, and like for me, all people in Germany, this is really important. You are listening. It's when you are creating a criminal record. It's
Yes.
called in Germany Führungszeugnis.
Yes.
Even when you press on the website, translated. I don't know what the government of Germany is thinking, but everything is translated with one important word. It doesn't translate it, and this is Führungszeugnis.
Okay. The whole title of a document is not.
It's not everything else. And then you need an apostille when you're from European, or legalization when you're from outside of. I think for Asian countries, but I'm not really sure.
No, we don't need to go into that.
Yes, but this is, and then you need to authorize this.
Yes.
So that is a document that is real.
Yeah.
And then when you have this luck, like I have, a not fully translated version, then you need to translate it by an authorized translator.
In Estonia.
No, in Germany. In Germany is good.
Okay.
In Germany is
Germany
good.
is good. Okay.
But then you have the second problem.
Oh.
It's a German problem.
Yeah.
If you have found a translator in Germany which is authorized in Hamburg, it's all good. Then you can authorize to go to the court, and then you get a second legalization or the second apostle, and everything is correct.
Yeah.
So, but if you're translated and this guy is authorized in Berlin, what happens to me? Then you need to go to the notary to verify this as a verified copy, and notarize it and authorize it again from court. So you spend actually, when you have found the wrong translator, 200 euros extra with paperwork.
Okay.
So I had one. My criminal record was in the beginning one paper. One paper number, and then one small paper on the back, which has the apostle. In the end, it was 17.
Because of all the translations and then the legalizations.
Yes.
Wow. Okay, but the people in Estonia, like this document work aside, which rather comes from Germany than not from Estonia.
Yes.
And the people in Estonia that you talk to from the authorities, How was their behavior? Were we like friendly, open, or were we like rather reserved, like we are in Germany? What did you feel? How did they?
Actually, the communication was nice.
Yes.
So it's not like in a bar where you go and hang out,
Yeah.
but they are nice and very informative. So
Yes.
they help you when you have questions. They are asking you this. I think it's actually not a bad point to go and asking people if you
Yes.
don't know something.
Yeah, of course.
It's better. I think mostly people are going back and thinking why I should to ask first before I don't know. I don't
Yeah.
know. But I think this is a good thing when you're asking questions beforehand,
Yeah.
and then to avoid mistakes.
Yeah. So that you can prepare everything nicely for them
Yes.
as well and cooperate with them, and they consider you as a good partner too.
Yes, and then this other two documents I have written down this because it has a long title
Okay.
that you need. It's this is the rules of procedure and internal audit rules prepared pursuant to Section 14 of the Money Laundering and Terrorism Financial Preventing Act.
Okay.
That's it's a long title.
It's a long title.
Yes, and this is actually this one is actually I'm not sure of the title which one is one because I forgot this. But one document is your KYC process,
Okay.
the internal KYC process, how you prepare, how you are guaranteed the quality and what are the internal process, the documentation. And then the second documentation, what you need to also to give, has nice title: rules of procedure complying pursuant to subsection 13 of the International Sanction and Procedure of Verifying Adherence Theory 2.
Okay.
So I have no idea what this
No
theory
problem.
2 was.
Yeah,
This is actually, I think, I'm not sure which one is one because of the long title.
Yeah.
But the other document is the AML and
AML.
CTF rules.
Okay.
So that's what are your rules that you are proceeding outside.
How did you prepare those? Like those rules?
I had a friend who's a lawyer,
Yeah.
and I had also friends who were in the business before.
Okay.
So they helped me to give this to prepare this document. That's why I got this document like for free.
Yeah.
But I think when you need to make this, you need to go into some guys in the financial industry, to lawyers, and then to prepare this. But still, even when I got this document, I still needed to know what it is.
Yeah.
And so I also go into this whole document.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to have words inside that you don't want to.
Totally not.
Yes.
And was it complex for you to prepare that? How long did it take?
It's take 5 days for me.
Yeah.
But I had help from friends and guys, and then and the whole internal review. It takes 5 days. I think for a guy with a lawyer, it could be also take at that time at this time long because the lawyer need to know what's your business case.
What's your business case? Yeah.
And I think it's also in this range because these are actually standard documents, but you still need to prepare this document for every different situation differently.
Yeah, I find it fascinating to really see how an exchange starts like that, and that you really prepared the documents on your own, that you really, as an entrepreneur, got fully into that and actually worked with the authorities in Estonia. It's really cool.
The reason why I wanted to make it perfectly. Like I said in the beginning, I make the first OTC deals.
Yes.
And I lost my first OTC deals to empty gogs.
Okay.
And so when you're doing it like the thinking of a software engineer is like, I can do it. It's not that hard.
Yes.
So, but it's maybe it's right. Maybe it's not that hard. But and still, you need to be thinking of problems that no one thinks of in the beginning, like what's happened when you get ripped off, what's happened when you get hacked, or like this was my first questions in the beginning before I actually started the exchanger. So that's why I choose the way of regularity.
Yes.
Then I choose the way of how holding my Bitcoin still totally different than the others. Maybe not nowadays, because nowadays most people are involved, but there are still exchanger outside that they have, for example, a full node inside in their servers.
Yes.
I know this, I saw this, and I can't think of why people are doing still the same mistakes like in the beginning.
Yeah.
And it's because people are thinking of having cheap and having easy going and having fast going exchanger or crypto platform.
Yeah.
And this was not an option for me. I wanted to make a really good one.
Cool.
And wanted also a secure, and that's why I'm going the long way.
Very good.
That's the reason.
But it's for the customers and for the people participating in your network.
Yes, and I want to do it all right, because I also want to start an IO, because the problem what you need is money, and you are limited in your budget. And if you wanted to make your ideas and your vision for your crypto currencies, then you need more budget.
So how long did you get the licenses you need by now?
Yes, I had this. I had actually. I started in December.
Okay.
And I got it on 20 January.
So it's like really 1.5 months with Christmas in between, but you got your licenses?
Yes, actually, I pressed the button for getting the license was on 20, but you're right, it was a 1.5 month prepared.
Wow. So that's from a German point of view. If you're working with a BaFin, that's super fast.
Actually, they are fast, but not that long, because on 10th of March, that will change.
Okay, what will change then?
First, of the price. So that's the first pain point, I think many people or many entrepreneurs in the beginning. So, like if I had this price point, it would be harder to go in.
Yeah.
But it would not be impossible. Like in the beginning, is for every single license, like you need two, is 345. You need also like that will be in the now it's like 690 690 euros. Now on the 10th of March, the prices will change. Like one license will not 340 euros. Or 45, it will be 3,040, 400. It's like so 10 times. Yes, it's the 10 times.
Wow.
Yes, and that is a real pain point.
Of course.
So this is the one thing. Then you have because you have to pay like 70,000 euros to get the both license. So the second pain point what you have is like when you say it's 30 days, it's really fast, and it will be longer. Because now it will extend from 30 days to 60 days.
Okay.
So that means that you need stay longer. And I think for entrepreneurs, time is crucial, and everything is really important for more than time. This is also a second pain point. So, and then you have two options. You can buy, actually you have three options. You can buy a prepared company.
Yeah.
You can go with a consulting agency who can help them, but what they are doing is like they are getting the license first from themselves, and then they make an appointment with a notary, get an appointment for you on the FIU, and then then you have to come over, go through the notary, go through the FIU process, like the KYC.
Yes.
And you have to tell them what the KYC is and what you are doing and so on. And you have to ask certain questions.
Okay.
And this is what they are doing. Or the third options, you do it everything by yourself.
Yeah.
And you have to think about when you prepare the company, this is really important, how many shareholders you add.
Okay.
Because me and my brother, we have to think of how we could do it.
Yeah.
And we decided we have to split our interest.
Yeah.
Because we have the software company, and that's why I'm only involved in the cryptocurrency.
Okay.
And my brother is in the software company in the Turkey. That's why I am the only shareholder in the Estonian company, and that makes it way more easier.
Yeah, very good point.
Yes, because if you have more shareholders, it becomes complex.
Yeah, because then everybody, for example, has to put in their Führungszeugnis, right? Not only
every criminal record is you think of one criminal record, one pain point, and if you have four people, it's four.
It gets more complicated.
Yes.
If they even come from different member states.
Then it will, and if you even have them when they have different passports. And don't underestimate the value of European passport. It makes much more easier than the value of other passports.
So you would call out for everyone who maybe thinks to start an exchange or have custody over cryptocurrencies and who still needs a license that is valid within the EU. Because your license, from my understanding, is now valid
in the
European Union. It has to be fully accepted by Germany, France, Italy.
Actually, because of the hurdles that you have in the beginning, it's also widely accepted in the cryptocurrency. It's more like trust. So it's like, oh, these guys are real. These guys are not. They are not some anonymous guys, and they are not crypto warriors or something strange people. They are really real people, and that's the benefit of that.
So you would advise people who are thinking of starting that, do it now in Estonia before the 10th of March.
Yes.
Get your
license. Your license. You can do it also in Malta, like what I say, as a personal feeling against them. Maybe until the guys say sorry.
I actually heard from Malta, from a different company that I know, a different startup in the crypto space, but in Malta it's complicated at this point because it's very slow. That's a different point, because Malta authorities are really slow because there are so many applications for all that.
I'm not sure how many applications in Estonia.
Yes.
But like from I can say what you can do. Like for example, I explained how the speed is. When you get a company, when you want a company, you go on the website. You register, and next day you have a company.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yes.
For Estonia,
So
they do it.
It's like in no time. For me, it's from when you look in the German, the speed, it's like a light speed.
Yes, it is. I know it's like amazing that they do that, and for a very small country that don't even have 2 million inhabitants, I think. It's a huge step forward to attract people from all over the world to start a company there.
Yes.
And of course, if we think in a global scale, in a cryptocurrency world where everything we do is traded digitally, it makes a lot of sense for Estonia to put itself in front of.
Yes. Estonia is, in this point, really, really progressive.
What's your next step? What will happen next from now on? What's
okay, now you want to do you have your software ready or everything ready? You have your paperwork ready, like your visa and your criminal record. If it's okay, then you go, or you can also do it beforehand. You get an e-residency ticket.
Yes. Okay.
With the e-residency is a concept from Estonia that you, as a person, has the right to start companies in Estonia remotely.
Remotely, cool.
Yes, that's a cool thing.
So you could start like many companies now.
I can start. I can also get every single day a new license. Because I know the procedure, but I don't want it. I need only one. But in theory, you can start everything. You can start an Amazon business or everything else. It's also liked by many freelancers. When they're working from all the world, they use this model to make invoice.
Okay.
Like when you have this, the procedure is like to go on the website. It's e-residency EE, or like you have to Google the name. But it's the first one with .ee on that or gov something. I'm not sure. But it's a blue site. There's a blue banner on the on the head. But then on that side you can apply for the e-residency ticket, e-residency card. It's to give all your information. You pay, I think, 100 euros plus some extra fees. And then you select your pickup location in your area.
Wow.
Normally it's an embassy.
Yes.
But there are some regions like in Pakistan, there are no embassies. Then you don't use the embassy from Hungary.
Okay.
Like you have to select the right pickup location. And it takes like 2 weeks. Like if you're listening to it now, So then you have 2 weeks.
Yes.
And then it's like 2 weeks. Then you go, you make a KYC. So you go with your passport,
Yes.
present yourself, and then you go KYC, and then you have your ID card. It takes 24 hours to be activated.
Okay.
So when you have this time, 2 weeks, 24 hours are activated, then you create immediately the company.
Yes.
So the company, you can do it with many service providers that are in Estonia that you also find on the marketplace.
Yes.
At the e-residency website.
Okay.
But to make it easier, what I choose one office because they have also a contact person as a service inside, so that you can use this service too. Because this is important that you need a contact person in Estonia. So later maybe it will be changed. They're also talking about to have an office there, real office. But in the beginning, it's no changes in that area. They will announce it. So there is no announcement for that at the moment. And when you have this, when you have created your crypto, your company, and then your e-residency, you have to. Then you got the email with all the information. Then you have to set the real beneficial owner.
Yeah.
So in this area, in this case, I was the beneficial owner. You have to add this before you apply to the license, because this could be also some running some problems. So you do this, and then it's I think the website called MTK or MKT. I'm not sure, but it's when you ask the people from FIU how to get the license, they will send you the link.
Yes.
So then you go to the website, and then that's now the cool part. When everything is ready, set up, then you take your ID residency and you're logged in with your ID residency. Then you have on the right top a drop-down navigation.
Okay.
When you get license for you as a person, and then the second option is your company.
Wow.
So it's done in no time. All the data is transferred from one side to another. In Germany, is this impossible? When you do this in Germany, you have to pick at least one big folder of paperwork and go to one area to bring it to another area.
Yes, absolutely.
So
they are so ahead in that.
Yeah, it's so easy. Wow. And then you're selecting applying for cryptocurrency. They have a special name, and then when you go to this formula, what you are doing, you scan your documents as your criminal record, and then you go to the website to this and then fill the formula. The formula is actually really easy to understand, but then if you have also made mistakes, it's not a problem. You have 30 days at that time when you are pressing apply button. You have 30 days to bring all the requirements that are missing.
Yeah.
So, and then when you prepare this, upload this, then you go with your criminal record.
Yeah.
Put it in the go to the post office.
Yes.
With DPD or I don't know which one.
Mail provider.
With some mail provider, and send it to the FIU directly and write your company name on this.
Yes.
And say it's for this company, this name, and then you send it to the FIU. I think in Europe it takes 2 days when you use the fast ways. Yeah. If when you are outside, it could take 5 or 6 days that you need to consider before you applying this. And then when you have paid, then you can call them, ask them. If they don't have further questions or asking you to invite you, there's a possibility that they are inviting you
to
personally when they have some doubts or they are not really sure or.
And it's all in Tallinn.
Everything is in Tallinn.
Yes, of course.
So everything is fine.
Yeah.
You get after 30 days a notification that you got the license.
Wow, cool. And wow.
That's actually, it's not that complicated.
Yeah.
There are pain points in the beginning when you do it wrong, but when you know everything in the beginning, it's pretty straightforward, and it's actually smooth. What I described was smooth for one person. That's why you have to think about your shareholders or your shareholder, and then you have to find another way or something like how you do this. But in the beginning, I would suggest to do it with less shareholders in the beginning. If you do it more or you can also, I also advise people to bring later an extra compliance officer.
Yeah.
Also, as information, all compliance officers, when you bring new in the company, has to fly to Tallinn and has to present themselves.
Okay. Good.
Because the FIU wanted to know,
Yeah,
who are
makes
you?
sense.
Are you legit or?
Yeah, it
yes.
makes sense. I find that's a good idea.
Yes.
But overall, it's very simple, very straightforward, and they have a huge mentality of providing service to you and this whole thing.
Yes, it's actually really quite straightforward. Like I said, there's 3 ways. Like buying a company is a no-brainer, but they are now really high because of the 10th of March.
Yes,
they are
of
going
course.
up. I saw prices between 30,000 and 50,000.
Cool.
So they're going skyrocket in the sky. And then the second is like with the agency.
Yeah.
Not to talking bad to the agencies. They are doing good.
For some, they might be a good choice, right?
Yes, it's a good choice, but you have to think about how big they are, their volume.
Yes.
And when they know FIU people coming from this area, from this guy, you will be monitored a bit more.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So
and then you do, and the third option is to do it
on your own, and
like
that's
you just told us.
yes. And then
It's cool.
my personal cost was actually in company formation. It was 300 or 200 euros.
Yes.
To have one office. That's a contact provider. I do everything over there, and then you have to pay 1,500 in the first deposit.
Yes.
Then 345.
Yes.
I think we are still under 3,000 euros, right?
Wow, amazing. For setting up a license that is valid all over Europe.
Yes.
Absolutely brilliant. What with your personal project, when can we see it online? When will it start?
Actually, I am doing now audit for my custody wallet.
Yes.
Because we have created a special custody wallet to make it secure and compliant.
Tell us about it for a little bit. What is so special about it?
And now the specialty is like normally when you have a cold and hot wallet on the exchanger, it's like the cold or the hot wallet are in multi-sig wallet.
Yeah.
The problem with multi-sig wallet is that you cannot add more people or remove people or the seats. There are some problems with this kind of creation of this. In our wallet, we can add and remove people from our main hot wallet and cold wallet. So that means that we can create crypto features, secure multiple people to add and reduce. There are limits. Like I cannot add endless people on the side. Like I cannot say 2 of 100 because it's created. It's a crypto problem. 2 big problems. But for small amounts like 2 of 5 or 3 of 8 or something like this numbers, it's possible to have multiple people go in and go out. And then the good thing is we have a vault policy in place.
Okay.
That means people like our staff workers, you can only access to the withdrawals on certain times. Mm-hmm. And then when they are going through the first steps they're going through, say, okay, that looks good. Press OK. The second step is that we have an auditor who audits and checks all the withdrawal requests again. Yeah. When he say also OK, then everything will bundle in an operation pack. Okay. And this operation pack has to be allowed by this trustee, by the coin holders. Mm-hmm. And when they say OK, then all withdrawals go out. Okay. This is a bit complex. It's not like easy, but it's also not easy to hack. That's a good
It's
thing.
very secure. It sounds very secure.
Yes.
That whole. And that's you want. Now you want to audit this.
Yeah, I will code audit this because we are all humans. Everyone makes mistakes.
Yes, of course, it's a good idea.
And that's why I want to second eye on the software, and then we will go.
And what do you think? When will you actually start the platform?
I hope end of February, March. And then we'll also start the IO. So and there on this front, I'm also building.
What will
advisory.
be the website's address?
Meduse.io.
Meduse.io. We'll also put that in the notes, in the show notes, so that people. And how can people contact you if they want to talk about you, about Estonia, or about your project?
And they can. I have a company in Germany. It's called Hansehype.
Okay.
It's based in Hamburg. We do software development, cryptocurrency, technology, and also in this area also advisory.
Cool.
It's hansehype.com.
Okay.
Or .de if you speak in German.
Yeah.
And then there is a button. It's hello@hansehype.de.
Okay.
Then this email will directly forward it to us.
Cool.
Because we are in the front. We are not that huge, so everyone knows everyone in the company. So that's a good thing. So then you can get in contact with us.
Very cool. Ferhat, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Good luck with your project.
Thank you.
It was a pleasure learning about how you started an exchange and how you got the license. I think it's very inspiring for others to see how easy that can be in this world today.
Sometimes it's actually easier than... I think people should not be afraid, should try, and go the one extra mile.
Yes, and you did that. Thank you very much.
Yes, you're welcome.
If you want to learn more about Dennis, please visit his website, theblockchain.lawyer, or connect with him on LinkedIn or Twitter. Until next time, everyone.